watch it. The character you have played is wonderful, like seriously wonderful. And today afternoon I was just in time. You were fab in that.
I
So,
think
like in Super Moda, you were playing a girl who is suffering from cancer. All right. And in Just in Time, you went to your auntie to spend some time, and like you became the charm of her house.
yeah.
So these two roles were very different. So
hmm
how do you pull these two different roles completely different from each other and be just fabulous in them? How do you do that?
Okay, well, I think it's all about practice. So for me, I have watched so many movies, so many series. So I haven't gone to acting classes, but I do understand how you're supposed to do it by watching, you know? Like I feel like that's the best way to be able to like learn a craft, you know, by watching and by doing. So I've always been like pretending that I'm this character and I'm this character when I'm at home, you know, talking differently. So it just molded me to be able to do both of them. And I think that's really important for an actress to do. So that's what I did.
All right, that's great. And do you like to watch your own films? Like your two films have released on Netflix. You have done three films. Miss Lucella. All right. So do you watch your own films?
Yeah, obviously I do watch my own films. I do get cringed out a lot, like, you know, judging myself, criticizing, you know, I could have done that better, or like, I don't remember doing that. But it's super fun to watch because you just see your hard work right there in front of your screen, and it just makes me smile all the time. I rewatch them, obviously.
Or how many times have you rewatched Supermodel?
That
Supermodel.
was like my favorite of all I have done. Modo is obviously my fave. I've probably watched like 3 times now, and I'm gonna do it again now that it's on Netflix.
Yeah. So apart from watching movies, like I have read some of the articles and some of your interviews, like one from BBC Africa. So in that you've said like in your free time, like you like to watch movies. So what do you like to do apart from watching movies? Like are you a fan of reading books?
Yes, I love reading books. I'm a big Potterhead. I love Harry Potter. I think I have all of them. I'm trying to get all of them. I don't have all of them. But I love reading books, like online books, physical books. I love them. I also love drawing. I do digital art. I'm definitely trying to perfect that craft. I also like, what else? I like doing a lot of things. I also like swimming. I also like gymnastics. Like I do everything because I think it just helps you to be able to learn a lot of stuff in case it's needed, especially for an actress, because like most people want maybe a girl who knows piano. So it's really fun to learn piano so you can be able to do that role. Yeah.
So if you were in Hogwarts, what house would you choose?
Okay, this one is hard because I love Slytherin, but I would love to be in the same house as Harry and Hermione. So, I'd probably pick Slytherin because, come on, it's Slytherin. Everyone loves it, and I think it's not overrated. It's definitely the best for me.
So like another question, like you are an actor, like you've been acting since you were 9. You were 9 when you were casted in Supermodo.
I am.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hopefully in 10 years I'll be in Hollywood, like doing the big stuff, you know, like Marvel, or like just like acting with like the big names like Johnny Depp. I really want to improve my craft and become one of those because I think it's just a really big dream I have, and I would love to inspire all kids out there by doing it and showing them that you don't have to be an adult to follow your dreams. So I definitely see myself in Hollywood. Yeah.
So whom do you all want to work with? Like do you want to work with Johnny Depp? Like your dream co-stars?
My dream co-star is probably obviously Johnny Depp. I love it. He's an amazing. I've watched probably almost all his movies. I love them. He knows how to like turn himself into different people. Like it's literally shape shifting at this point. So
Yeah.
definitely Johnny Depp. I'd also like to probably Lupita. She's like amazing. She's done amazing stuff. Definitely Viola Davis. Like she's just wow. I can't even explain. Like definitely her. I'd love to work with her.
So, Stycie, in Supa Modo, you were very fond of all the superheroes. So, again, this question, I know that you have been asked this many times, but which superhero would you want to become?
Pardon?
Superhero do you want to become? Like, which are the abilities that you want to have? Superpowers.
Okay. The superhero. I would probably like in Marvel or DC.
Both.
Both of them. Okay, sure. I love Iron Man. I feel like he's so underrated. I'd probably want to be like Iron Girl or something because he's my favorite. He's so funny, so funny. I love him so much. Definitely Iron Man.
So you like to play Iron Lady.
Yeah.
All right. So, like in both the movies, your characters were like beyond your age. Like it is difficult to understand that a 9-year-old girl would play such characters. So, like in both the movies, the audience got that your understanding is far beyond your age. So, are you that in your real life? Are you too mature for your age, like in understanding, thinking?
I read a lot of books. I also watch a lot of like commentary videos. So I'm very aware of what is happening. I'm definitely more aware than my other friends and my other schoolmates. And I know a lot of stuff because I love watching like, Mark Zuckerberg talking about the metaverse. I love watching like, I don't know, stuff about Tesla, like all these like nerdy stuff. I love them and I love learning new things and reading. So yeah, okay. Not beyond my age. I feel like every kid should be like that. We should be able to know what's going on and how to fix like, stuff about climate change and all that. I feel like people don't take that seriously. So I I think I'm just like how I'm just normal. I feel like I'm just normal. I just know a lot of stuff.
So, Stacey, in your first film, you had to cut your hairs, right? So, how did you feel about that?
Oh my god, I was so sad. My hair was like short my whole life, and I had finally gotten it to like, I don't know, shoulder length, like somewhere here. So I was like, yo, this is not happening. Because I was looking at it, I cut my hair and I become famous, or I don't, and I just like stay where I am with hair, So it was like as hard and an easy decision. They had to like bribe me with pizza. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this for free. I want some pizza. So they gave me some pizza and I accepted. And it's grown back. So it was definitely worth it.
So, like you're doing acting. So, how do you handle things with the school? Like going on shoots, then attending the school. How do you handle both of these things?
Okay, so I do homeschooling as of now. So it's definitely easier because I have way more time and the teacher is there. But like when I was doing these movies, I was still in school. So what they had to do was they had to get like a tutor to come and help me like on set. When I'm not doing my scenes, I could read. When I have like a really long period when I don't have anything to do, I could read. So that's how I manage. But as of right now, it's homeschooling, so it's definitely easier.
Stacey, what's your favorite scene from Supa Modo?
My favorite scene. I remember my favorite scene when I was making it was the part when we were trying to make a film inside a film. I found that very funny. So
Yeah.
definitely. But right now, as I rewatched it like 3 times, my favorite scene is probably like at the end when I'm like, you see my feet and I'm like floating up. I feel like that gets a lot of people crying, and it got me crying, and it was me who died and I cried. So definitely that scene because it has a lot of emotion.
All right. So, like I read in one of the articles that your father sent the news of the audition to your mother, right? Like previously you were doing dramas in school, like till four, I think you were playing in dramas.
Mhm.
Yeah. So how did you feel when you got selected for the role in Modo?
It felt so unreal. You know, when we were doing the audition, there were so many other girls who seemed like way better. Like, I remember there was this one girl who was so bold, she was so out there, and she had gone to classes and everything. And I was like, oh my God. I felt really discouraged. But then I was like, I'm gonna try my best because I want to be Hollywood famous. I want to do interviews like this. So I tried my best, and after I got the role, it felt so amazing. I felt like, oh my God, where's the paparazzi? Like I'm so happy. I can't even explain.
So like you were just 9 when you started working in Modo. So how did you take all these things, like I am on a set, I have to shoot this, I have to remember my dialogues, there are my parents who are expecting something out of me. Like were you in any way pressurized? Ki, I have to learn these dialogues, I have to give my best.
Okay, so for me it was simple because I had watched a lot of movies and a lot of like behind the scenes. I knew what they did. I knew the tips and tricks that they used for memorizing lines. So for me it was super simple because my lines were not complicated. They weren't like paragraphs because I was only 9. So it was super simple, but like definitely coming in like to sets, like a real set is very different from normal life because of the cameras everywhere, and you have to train yourself not to look at it, and it's literally in your face. And obviously, like trying to do the scene again and messing up and doing it again and again, that definitely was not fun for me to like repeat everything so many takes. But I had so much fun. Everyone was so supportive, they were so patient, and they all said I did great. So yeah.
So after doing Just in Time, your Super Sima series was announced, animated series. You were playing the lead character Sima in that. And could you please tell us more about how was your experience working in an animated film, giving your voice to the character?
Okay. So at first it was kind of hard because it's like switching from like on screen and now voice. So definitely I had to like teach myself not to use facial expressions too much because no one's gonna see me. But like it does help to use the facial expressions. So it was definitely a hard time for me to switch. But I did it anyway, and it was so much fun because I've always wanted to voice Disney, like a Disney film. So it felt like I was living my own dream. So it was just like everything I've ever done is like my dream. So very excited, very happy, eager to learn. Yeah.
So your favorite animation film?
As of now, it's probably Coco from Disney. I'm a very big Disney fan, so I think that is very underrated. It's amazing. I've watched it many times, and I will continue to watch it.
Like till now you have done 3 films: Modo, Lucella, Just in Time, and the animated series Super Sema. So in all, how was your experience working with your co-stars, working with the directors, producers, and all those things like dubbing? So what was your total experience? How would you summarize it?
I would probably say that everyone is so supportive. They like the directors, they try to help you, and everyone on set, like my co-stars, were so nice, and it was funny. Everyone was funny for some reason. Everyone was like having fun, messing around. It didn't feel like work. It just felt like, I'm just going there, hanging out with some people, and talking to a camera.
So you worked with Lupita Nyong'o? Have you worked with her?
Well, I've not yet gotten the chance to like meet her because of her busy schedule. She's like everywhere, so I haven't gotten the chance to meet her yet. But she has said that she likes my voice. So she said that like with her own words, and it made me feel all fuzzy inside, like my own idol like voice, you know. So I felt really good about that. And we are, hopefully, I will, meet her one day and she can help me, maybe mentor me. And yeah, I'd love to meet her.
So Lupita is from your country. So how do you see her?
How do I see her?
How do you idolize her?
Okay, I like how she's like America, but in a way she's here. She doesn't like forget her heritage. She always posts about Kenyan stuff, like on her stories. I stalk her kind of, kind of, but she does talk about Kenyan stuff, and I just love that. She's like true to her culture, and I really admire that.
Have you seen Black Panther?
Yes, obviously. I watched it. I went to the cinemas. I watched it with my family. It was amazing. I've always loved it, and I cannot wait for the next one.
Apart from Lupita, do you have any more idols?
Obviously Johnny Depp, as I've said, I love Johnny Depp. I also love let's see who else. I like Jenna Ortega. She's like an upcoming one. She's been in Disney. She's been in like so many horror films. She just does everything well. She's doing Wednesday on Netflix and other amazing stuff. So definitely her. Yeah.
Do you stalk a lot of celebrities like you stalk Lupita?
Yes, I do. Only because I want to learn how they work, how they function, how they do all those things. So I definitely stalk Jenna Ortega because she's just the most amazing actress I've ever seen in terms of like horror. She really knows how to like cry on command, which is really hard. So I definitely take, some lessons from her. Yeah.
So after having 3 films, like, do you receive any messages from your international fans? Like, do they text you, "Hey, Stycie, I like your work," like something like this?
I get a lot of like texts on Instagram. So many of them, like so many fans telling me how much they love me and how much I've inspired them, which makes me feel amazing because that's what I want to do. I want to show kids that they don't have to be grown-ups to do amazing things. So, and it shows that it's working because a lot of people say that I'm their inspiration, I'm their idol. I'm like, oh my God, me? So like, yeah.
Like on your YouTube channel, you regularly post things like you're doing a monologue or you're talking about your iPad. So in one video, you were playing the part of the UN Secretary General.
Mm-hmm.
Where you were talking about the war between Iran and Russia. So I would like to ask you that do you have any interest in politics?
I think, okay, I wouldn't say interest. I would say that I am aware of what is happening. Yeah, I wouldn't like say my views because I don't want to be like divided or anything, but I do know what's wrong and what's right, and I think that's what's most important.
So you played the part of the UN Secretary General. Would you like to be part of the UN?
Yeah, why not? I would love to try it out. Like, I'm very interested in a lot of things like climate change. Definitely, I really am interested in climate change, especially the effect on the polar bears and the melting. It's really sad, and I'd love to have a voice in that. So I definitely love to do that.
So Stycie, you said that you want to work with Johnny Depp in the future and that you idolize Lupita. So apart from being an actor, what are your personal aspirations?
I'd love to be like a great like artist, like digital art. I've seen so many artists on Instagram, they're doing amazing, and I'd just love to like perfect that and be able to like, make a lot of cool art, maybe even go into animation because I love animation, I love acting, I love Disney. I'd love to work for them like animating because I really love animation. I really love anime too. So animation, drawing, those are like my 2 main outside acting. Yeah.
So you just right now talked about anime. So which is your favorite anime film or anime series?
Okay. No one has ever asked me this, but my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. Definitely Attack on Titan, without question. It is my life. Yeah.
Okay. So, like your two films released on Netflix. So, has your fan base increased after those two films? After they, like Netflix is an international platform. So initially they were released in Kenya, and later on they got their releases on Netflix. So has your fan base increased after that?
It has. There are definitely a lot of people who are impressed by that. Like the post I made about Supa Modo being on Netflix, it like went viral. So many people are commenting. They're saying congratulations. I've gotten so many new followers. It's definitely a big thing, and I'm super grateful for it.
Yeah. So Stycie, now we go on a quiz section. Like I'll be asking you 7 to 8 questions. All right. So what is your favorite TV series and movie of all the time? Like
My favorite TV series. Okay, with like people in it, I would probably say I'd probably say Gossip Girl. I'm a really big fan of Gossip Girl. And then like anime, I'd probably say obviously Attack on Titan. And then my favorite movie of all time was it was an Oscar-winning movie. I don't know if I can be able to remember, but okay, I don't know if I can remember. It's Coda. Yeah, Coda like C.O.D.A. Yeah, it's amazing. It's about deaf people, and it made me cry. Yeah.
so you said that the favorite series is Gossip Girl. So why is it your favorite series? Why do you like it so much?
I'm a big Blair Waldorf fan. Some would say wannabe. I would say they're right. Because who wouldn't want to be a wannabe of Blair? Like, I just love how she's just amazing. She's like everything that I would want to be, so confident. And I love watching her, obviously. So, yeah.
What is your favorite episode of The Gossip Girl?
My favorite episode. This is hard. I have so many favorite episodes. Let me see. I don't know if I can pick. I love the whole thing. Like it's just a masterpiece. I've never been bored when I'm watching this show. Like I love it. I especially love how they like sit on the stairs thingy. Like I don't remember the scene. I can't remember right now, but the whole thing is just amazing.
So you like reading books? So which one is your favorite book?
My favorite book. So it's definitely a Harry Potter book. I love Harry Potter. Okay, which one? The Goblet of Fire. Yes, I love The Goblet of Fire. It's my favorite.
And which one is your favorite book to movie adaptation?
To movie, huh? I would say, okay, it's not really a book. Is it a book really? I don't think it's a book. It's All of Us Are Dead. Yeah, I don't know if it's a book, but I love that one.
So as you said that you like Harry Potter series, are there any other genres that you like apart from fantasy?
Apart from fantasy, I'd probably say like I love the Dork Diaries. I also like thriller. I also like romance. Definitely, I love romance. Yeah, I also like those business books. I am reading some, like Rich Dad Poor Dad. I feel like they're very important for kids to read. Think and Grow Rich is a very nice one that I'm reading right now. I feel like it helps you. It really does. It helps you to have the mindset of having success, and it's never too early to start.
So like you like to watch movies. We've got that till now. So like when you sit to watch movies or series, so are you a binge watcher or do you take your time?
I take my time because I do like watching movies, but not all movies, because not all movies are good. So I definitely take my time to like finish something, I like go search for interviews. I stalk everyone on Instagram, and then I go to my next one.
So which one is your favorite Hollywood film?
Favorite horror film?
Hollywood film.
Oh, Hollywood film. My
Yeah.
favorite Hollywood film. Like ever made. Let me see. So many. I can't think of one right now. I think it was also an Oscar-winning one. I like watching Oscar-winning movies so I can be able to learn from the actresses. But my favorite, definitely Coda. Coda was just mwah.
So, which is your favorite character among all the films that you have watched till now?
My favorite character. I love The Wolf of Wall Street. So you're right. Yeah. So I love The Wolf of Wall Street. I love Margaret Robbie. She's amazing on there. I love her. I love her. Everything that she does. I cannot wait for the new Barbie movie. I can't.
Like, I'd like to ask you another thing. Like, if someone is watching your movie and there's an intense scene going on, or there's a climax that's coming, and they pause it right there, would that annoy you?
It would annoy me because, like, especially if it's like a movie like Supa Modo, like the whole thing is good, but the parts that are like the best, and then someone just paused. Oh my god, I would get so mad. I would tell you to leave, bro.
Okay. So, which one is the recent show that you watched on Netflix?
The recent show that I've watched. Let me see. I watched Ginny and Georgia just recently. I don't know why I never watched it, but it's amazing. I fell in love with it. I think it's so good. I don't really like Ginny. She's like, I don't know, but I really like the show.
Okay. So Stycie, like, a friend asks you that recommend me a movie or a film. So, which one would that be?
I would probably recommend like Thor Ragnarok. Definitely. That's my favorite Marvel movie. I feel like the new Thor one just like it blew everything. I don't even know why I went to watch it. I was so disappointed. But Thor Ragnarok, watch it. It's amazing.
Okay. So Wolf of Wall Street is an adult film, right? So were your parents okay with you watching this film?
I didn't tell them.
Okay.
I didn't tell them. I just found it by accident on Netflix, and I was like, oh, let me try this, and I ended up loving it. I feel like it's so chaotic.
Among all the characters that you have played till now, which one is your favorite one?
Definitely Joe from Supermodo. Like that movie was just it was Oscar material. I don't know why it didn't win, but it was definitely Oscar material. Joe was just she touched me and I was her. So it's weird, but she touched me.
Like your movies are on Netflix right now. It's also available in India. Do you have any messages for your Indian fans?
I'd like to tell you guys thank you first of all for choosing to watch this amazing movie. And if you did, I just would really recommend you to like watch the whole thing because it's amazing and it really does have an amazing story and tell all your friends to watch.
So, can we get any further insights in your upcoming projects? Like, what are your upcoming projects?
Some really good upcoming projects. I'm not gonna lie, I can't talk about any of them because it's like confidential and stuff, but they're really big, like from a really big company, and I'm going to blow up my social media once it comes out. I'm gonna tell everyone, I'm gonna tell all my friends, my neighbors. Yeah, I'm gonna brag. It's amazing. Just know it's something amazing.
You've always wanted to work in DC or Marvel. Like, you wanted to be an Iron Lady. So, can we expect that you will be working with either of the companies?
Yes, do expect that. I would love to work with them. I definitely love to first go to Hollywood and then hopefully get an audition maybe and then work with them. That is one of my goals, hopefully. So, yeah.
We've read that your father used to work in Fox Studios, right? And like, do they like to accompany you on the sets?
Yeah, they do. Definitely, if you're a minor, you have to have someone on set. So my mom and my mom mostly was the one who used to come with me to the sets for Supa Modo, and just in time, she would make sure that I was energetic, upbeat, and obviously it's nice to have someone you know. So yeah.
And just in time, you were an introvert girl, like you wanted to protect your auntie all the time. So are you protective in real life as well?
Yes, I would say I am protective. I would definitely of my family. I love them to bits. Mostly my little sister, because she is just adorable, and I would do anything for her.
Um, you have worked with different directors till now. Which one is your favorite one?
Joe. Joe is definitely my favorite because, as I said, it's my favorite movie that I've ever done, and yeah, definitely her.
Favorite director?
Oh, director?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Director. Yeah, because I was wondering why you asking twice, but I didn't want to ask you.
It is your favorite director.
Okay, my favorite director was the one for Supa Modo. His name was Licarion. He was so funny. He was so he was there teaching me. There's so many photos you have of me and him. He's just trying to make me do everything right. So definitely him.
You were probably the youngest one on the sets of the Supa Modo. So did you feel pampered? Like the crew was pampering you, you were receiving special attention, special care?
I definitely was. I remember that one time when I got sick and it was mayhem. Everyone was trying to make me feel better. I had medicine, a doctor came in. I had people giving me Ribena to get my energy up. So I was definitely pampered because I was the kid. It was anything I wanted, I had it, because they wanted me to do a good job.
What did you learn from your director of Supa Modo?
I definitely learned about the effect of cancer on families, especially if it's the kid. It I remember the scene where I died and my mother is wait, did I spoil? Okay. So the scene that I died and my mom was crying, she was holding me. I was obviously not dead. So I also started crying because it was so genuine, you know? She has a daughter, so it felt so real to her. And I felt so bad. I started crying in her arms and we just had a moment where we all just cried together before continuing. So it definitely has taught me more. And as I said, being aware of things is very important.
In Supa Modo, we can see you flying. Like you're flying, you have that crepe, you're flying. And you've said in the film that if you wanted any superpowers, it would be flying.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to fly in your real life as well? Like, would you like to fly to Hollywood? Like just now?
Yeah, I'd love to fly. I feel Supa Modo was just spot on. It had my character right. I would love to fly. I remember I used to pray to have to be able to fly all the time. I would even dream about flying. But then every time I would fly in my dream, I would fall. I was really bad at it. But I really wanted it.
Stycie, at the end, I would like to ask you if you have any questions for us.
Okay, so my question is, how long have you been doing this?
To be honest, you're the first one I'm interviewing. I have written many. I have written many reviews till now. Many. You're the first one that I got to interact with. So yes, we are interviewing you, and our site, Midgard Times, has been working for several years.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
great. And what is your goal as like a company?
Like, we would obviously want it big. We would like to cover great actors, great stars, like you, child actors,
Hmm.
and covering Hollywood, every cinema that we can cover.
Okay, great. You guys are amazing. You're so nice. You're so pretty, actually. I've always wanted glasses.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you so much, Stycie.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure. I love doing interviews. I hope I was not too ranty.
You were great. You were
Hey.
great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, Stycie, this is Roshan here. So I currently own the Midgard Times. Yeah, so thank you for joining us to chat with us.
No problem.
Yeah, congratulations on movie making it to Netflix, and
Mhm.
hope to see you more of you.
Thank you so much
Once
for
again,
having.
yeah, thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
Right.
So
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.